look at this clip. I've called this clip the fake crisis, and just listen to how they set it up. It's very short.
Our members who were planning to come to Nashville asked me late last week if we would be commenting on, dealing with, shedding any light on the Nolan Wells case. I invited Ben Crump to come to Nashville to brief us on the Wells case. In the course of that conversation, he shared with me, by the way, there are 2 other similar cases. I said, 2 other similar cases? I said, Ben, can you bring all of the families to Nashville? Because the thousands of urban leaguers who are here are interested in, have a solidarity with, want to hear directly, not through filters, about the circumstances of these cases. And that is what the National Urban League Conference is all about.
All right. Oh, we're going to have fun with this one. Let's engage with this clip before we move on to the next one. So, little buddy here, I didn't catch his name. It's not important. Said that some of their, I don't know if you call them members or supporters, wanted to know if they were going to be briefed on the Nolan Wells case. And he said that at that time, I guess he reached out to Ben Crump, and then Ben told him that there were 2 other similar cases. And all you can really do at this point is roll your eyes at that. Because y'all, when y'all find out what these other 2 cases, you're going to be like, I mean, if you tilt your head, close one eye, and jump up on one foot, it might kind of look similar, but no, I don't see the similarities. They are trying so hard. Y'all, this is what desperation, and this is my opinion, Democrat election thirst looks like. I need to know who is paying Ben Crump to go on, what we gonna call it again? We're gonna call it the, oh my goodness, I thought I had it pulled up. If I don't have it pulled up, it's fine. No. Oh man, I'm on low power mode. Don't worry about, the Crump Conflict Cycle. That's what we're gonna call it. The Crump, it's about to die. So let me write that down. Crump Conflict Cycle. It's where he takes more than one event or topic and tries to build a correlation between them, even though one doesn't really exist. Kind of like what Candace Owens does. And you just be like, maroon shirts. I mean, okay. And she just made it fit and people ran with it. So yes, it's the same thing. So this is why I call this the fake crisis, because first of all, look at the optics. You don't miss the optics, y'all. You have these families, and let's be clear. I'm not mocking the dead. I can guarantee Nolan Wells be like, all y'all need to be slapped. Implicate my friends like this. This is just embarrassing, Mom. But the optics here, you've got grieving families all holding up a picture of their child in matching frames. So they've got a personal sized image. And then you can see it at the bottom of the screen. They've got the easel size images. All of this is designed this is the optics, but the visual representations of this, we know they want to humanize these young boys, but it's really designed to make you, to outrage you and to really emotionally connect and tie you to not just their death, but the circumstances surrounding their death. And so I found it interesting that he brings Ben Crump up here, and Ben is going to tell him that, yeah, there was 2 similar cases. And it's like, well, oh me, oh my, right? He's saying that he was shocked just to hear of Nolan Wells' death. But then when Ben arrives with 2 more tragedies, he's been his shock got upgraded to like really shocked. So apparently, 3 grieving families are all it takes to manufacture a national pattern. Mind you, I'm going to tell y'all, there is no pattern here. Y'all, these cases are not similar in the least bit. Not in any meaningful evidentiary sense. They're just not. It's completely different locations, right? It's completely different circumstances, different people, different unanswered questions. The connection is that, okay, all 3 of them are Black. And I don't know how Ben figured this out or found this out, but yes, they are all 18 years of age. But here's the part that matters. It's not relevant, but he's going to make it relevant. All 3 of them, white people can somehow be inserted into the narrative, right? Now, that's not pattern recognition. But what we are going to call that is, it's like a racial mad lib. Okay? That's it. Black teenager, white people, like close by. Don't have to be really, really close, but just close by enough. And then a tragic ending. And then your job is to fill in the blank with systemic racism. Okay? So let's look at the next clip that I've titled Fake Coincidence. Let's take a listen.
It hits me that all of them are 18-year-old Black kids that died in very questionable circumstances when Nolan was the only Black kid on the boat. Daniel was the only Black kid allegedly on the fishing trip. And Tyler was the only Black kid at the 4th of July celebration party, house party. And all of them are 18 years old. Look at the dates. I mean, that's eerie when you look at the dates. February 8th, Tyler Smith is born. July 4th, 2026, he is dead. Can I see the other photograph? This is Daniel Irvin. I mean, he's born November 21st, 2007. He is dead on April 17th, 2026. Where's the other one? Nolan Wells, born August 19th, 2007. He is dead in July of 2026. The day is yet to be determined. All of these young Black kids were born in 2007, and all 3 of these Black kids died 2026, 18 years of age, on the cusp of manhood. And I said, no, we got to show that this is not a coincidence that all these young 18-year-old Black men are ending up dead and nobody is being held accountable. No, we got to ring the alarm. We got to ring the alarm. We must ring the alarm for these 18-year-old Black boys.
Flag on the plate.
Y'all, you got to be some kind of retarded to have listened to that. Be like, you know what? Yeah, that show is a connection. Y'all, I wrote it down. One boy was born February 8th, the Smith gentleman. Another one was born November 21st. That's the Irvin guy. And then Nolan, August 19th. Y'all, I feel real dumb even trying to provide commentary on this because it's just so stupid. But one dies July 4th, one dies April 17th. Nolan dies kind of on or around July 4th. Okay, so riddle me this. There are no other 18-year-olds in the world that are Black that die at the age of 18. This is called when you were like really reaching and you were just so desperate for attention and you were so desperate for a white boogeyman villain. Crump has not established a common perpetrator, a common method, He's no sort of coordinated conspiracy or even the same manner of death. He's not done that. All he did was group 3 tragedies. You know what? I'm not even mature enough to cover this because I was about to laugh, and it's sad, and it's not really funny. It's sick that he would do this. It's sick that these families would allow him to do this. But then it's funny because there are brain dead morons in the audience clapping, saying, yeah. Like, it's just too many emotions going on at one time for me to even take this serious. So, y'all, I'm trying to be mature. I really am. I am trying to be an adult here, but this is stupid. He has grouped 3 tragedies together by race and age, and then invited the audience to just imagine the rest. Did you see that? Like, notice how he carefully constructed the accusation, right? They don't have to accuse any particular white person of doing anything, right? They just merely place black victims and white people in the same sentence. Just put them in the same sentence together. Lower their voice a little bit and ask, this is eerie. What are the odds? And people with thinking brains are like, do you realize how stupid and ignorant you sound? On some level, I don't believe that Ben Crump is this stupid and ignorant. Here's what I believe. I believe that he believes that people out there, enough of them, are stupid and ignorant to buy this foolishness. That's what I believe. Now, when I say he's not that smart, in the sense that there's a difference between being smart and clever. He's not that smart, but he's absolutely clever. He's been doing this long enough. He has studied the emotional tactics needed and necessary to get the outcomes that he's always gotten, and he just rinses and repeats it. But the insinuations he's making, it allows the insinuation to do the work that the evidence can't, right? This is the setup. First, bundle the unrelated cases together, then call it a pattern. Like, this man called this a pattern. I'm like, you've been hanging out. I know you're in Nashville, but you've been hanging out with Candace Owens too long, because this is not a pattern. Then he just implies a racial threat. Nolan was he repeated that same lie. Nolan's the only black person on the island. Or did he say Nolan was the only black person on the boat? We've kind of addressed that already. Somehow we assume with the fishing boat, was this black guy the only black one there? And then at a whole pool party or a barbecue, was there only just one black? So even if it was, you're calling this a pattern, and then third, you imply a racial threat. And just the combination of all of that together, he's demanding national attention. And then eventually, he's going to want some sort of civil accountability. That's where the lawsuits come in. But he wants all of that before establishing what happened. Like, can someone tell, do we even know what happened in the Nolan Wells case yet? No. We still don't know. It doesn't matter, y'all. It doesn't matter. But can you imagine applying this standard consistently? Like, if 3 18-year-old white men died under completely different circumstances while black people happen to be nearby, y'all, you think the National Urban League would accept that as evidence of a racial pattern? No, they would. Of course not. And rightfully so, because that's dumb. That would be dumb. And you'd look dumb doing it, but he don't care. As long as he has content creators like Willie D who are equally dumb like him, this type of narrative makes sense.